What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your preview versus Newcastle United. Now, as you can tell, we're in slightly different surroundings today. That's because we are at the Project Barber Barbershop in Clapham, which will be the home of the Beneventi channel and making the cut, amongst other things, throughout the World Cup. Now, obviously before that though, we do have the small matter of heading to the northeast and facing a side which is flying high, to say the least. Newcastle United obviously playing fantastic football under Eddie Howe, and I have just had my lunch, so might be a little bit caught up in there. But when I say that, not the actual lunch, I mean I had a bit of chocolate, a little bit of Twix, oof. But obviously playing Newcastle at the weekend. This is being filmed on the Wednesday just before the City game. So the reason we're here is obviously we need to scout the location, cross some T's, you know, dot some I's, do what we need to do. So obviously, you know, the City game is going to have a bit of a difference if there are any injuries, but let's be honest, half the squad isn't existing anyway at the moment. We've got no Kante, no Chilwell, no James, Kovacic isn't playing at 100%. We ain't looking good, let's be brutally honest. And to be honest, with Newcastle playing so well, realistically, they're probably going to beat us. And I'm kind of just taking that on the chin. Obviously, the only advantage for me of this World Cup is the fact that we're going to have a break. You know, we're going to have players that maybe might have to be able to speed up their recovery. You know, we see Reece James potentially back after the World Cup. You're going to see Chilwell back after the World Cup, slightly after. Obviously, he's going to probably back about, what was it, February time they're saying? He's out for 3 months. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see how that all pans out. But having said all of that, we are kind of looking a bit bare bones. And after the Arsenal game, to be honest, just want a little bit of a perk up. That's all I want from us over the next 90 minutes of football in the Premier League. But realistically, we're probably not going to get that. And this could really maybe be a changing of the guard. Chelsea are in a transitional period at the minute, and it's going to take a little bit longer than I think some people anticipated. I kind of thought it'd be the case anyway this year, kind of just see what happens. But Topo's got to get moving on some things, talking to director of football, talking technical director. People are saying he's been here, you know, 5 months, so when he took over, start making decisions in June. Fair enough, but process maybe could have started with people below him, maybe looking at those options from April onwards when the takeover was kind of pretty much there. That's my opinion anyway, but people disagree, that's fine, is what it is. It's another video for another conversation for another video, sorry. But realistically, going forward into the next fixture, it's going to be interesting to say the least. I wonder what Graham Potter's going to do in terms of his squad selection. I thought after the Arsenal game we did look very lacklustre. We looked very non-existent. We looked a soft touch. We looked like what Arsenal have been for the past 10 years. And that seems to be switching over. Another changing of the guard potentially. Arsenal probably coming into the top four, well, definitely the way they're playing at the moment. Newcastle, you know, in there fighting for it. You know, they're not just going to straggle and fall away. They're looking like they could be there for the foreseeable, especially with the January transfer window. They will be reinforcing. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens after this World Cup. But right now, focus on the game, see what happens. I'm not 100% certain we're going to get the result. I don't think many Chelsea fans would be. The North, it's a very, very difficult place to go. This would maybe be if we lose the third time in 4 years that we've lost. Obviously, lost on the was it 4 years? I'm trying to do my maths right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's 4 years. Lost under Conte, lost under Lampard as well, and potentially could be looking at another loss, which, wow. I mean, it wasn't really a lot considering at that time, you know, they was kind of looking at it as a 3 points in a relegation battle. This could be something which actually has an impact and is a tangible, foreseeable future. But again, we'll have to see what happens. I'm going to be talking to Matty from the Magpie channel over the next couple of days in an opposition preview, but this is your preview for the game. Making the cut this week is this one, obviously not the full show as we couldn't get a Newcastle guest. It is very difficult, you know, you can't exactly just get someone down because, you know, trains are expensive and hotels and that sort of stuff, and, you know, we don't have that in a budget. So maybe long term it will be, but obviously we're going to have Matty on talking about the game in an opposition preview shortly. But other than that, this has been your preview. I'm a bit worried, as everyone else should be, but obviously positives. I'm in a really cool barbershop, and this is where we're going to be for the World Cup. So if you have enjoyed the video, please make sure you drop a like down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Obviously, there's going to be more content coming your way on the Beneventi channel. And yeah, follow the socials coming up screen out and follow the barbershop. I'll leave a link to them down below. And if you need a haircut in Clapham, come see the boys. Outside of that, guys, take care. See you later. Ta-ra.